Good morning and welcome to the Builders Club. I'm excited to talk to you today about a subject that I think is very important at this point in the business. Primerica is growing very rapidly. People are setting goals and hitting goals. And I want to talk to the RVPs that want to build RVPs, but I also want to talk to the people that are listening that want to become an RVP. Because you may be a regional leader and have a base shop under you that's going to be the way you grow. This is about growing people right now to take to the next levels. So I'm going to give you a little checklist that I think is very important for us to follow. We know that there's some very fundamental things that we have to concentrate on. And the biggest thing and the most important activity in your base shop is setting appointments and keeping appointments. That's what we want people to do. The setting of appointments requires that we have a great prospect list. You can actually go to some of our Builders Club YouTubes and see some real details on that subject. But what I want you to do right now, here's a little checklist, four or five things that if you just write these down and start immediately, it will enhance the number of people on your prospect list. Your prospect list is your inventory. So for a leader, your inventory not only includes your prospect list, but the prospect list of the people on your team. So your goal is to always make sure that the inventory in your base has a lot of names. So this is what we do. You're looking for the personal and for the team names. Your goal is to have a minimum of 50 personal prospects alive at all times. And then to have 50 for each team member. If each team member had 50 and you had 50, that would add up to a really good inventory. And you're adding to these names every day to do that. So you're looking to get to a total of 2,500 prospects on a list as quickly as you can. So if you've got 5 team leaders getting 50, and then you can do the math on that. And this may take several weeks to accomplish, but if you're religious with it, if you're consistent with it, if you constantly look for adding those names to that prospect list, that 2,500 will come soon. So the constant focus on it is where the RVP needs to stay. You've got to keep people focused on it, not just yourself, but the people in the base. So lots of names equals lots of appointments. If you have a few names, people will not make the phone calls and you won't have lots of appointments. You want to have that base shop buzzing with appointments every day. And you, as the leader, are in charge of that activity. That is the first thing you need to do. That's the first thing on the checklist. The second thing is refresh the prospect list you already have, and do this immediately. You can add people to your prospect list that you left off. And a lot of people leave off names because they think, well, I'm not putting them on because they're too busy, make too much money, they're not the right person. Don't make decisions. It's the people you made a decision for and you left off of your list are the ones that probably would do it the biggest. So go back and refresh the names. Figure out if you've left off names. Get your people to do the same thing. This exercise is going to make a huge difference in growing the size of that inventory, and it pays off with time. The third thing on the checklist is call on your clients, your friends, your family, people that you know, the people that you do business with, the vendors that you like, the people you at the service station where you buy gas, your dry cleaners, the people that you do business with. Call on them and tell them that you know that they're the kind of person that you want to have refer people to you for your business. You're growing right now and you're looking for some good people. Those people will give you 1 or 2 or 3 names, and you never know when that happens. See, we know that in this business, we're one recruit away from an explosion. You can make things happen just by adding more names. So go out and talk to the people you know and get people to give you names. Those referrals are priceless. This is going to take time, but it also pays off big. Build your list. That's an everyday activity. Start right now doing this. And the fourth thing, and don't ever forget this, keep your appointment calendar full. Overbook. Don't just set, if you're going to do 3 appointments in a day, don't just set 3 appointments. Set 6 appointments. You be the one that cancels, not waiting on somebody else to cancel. You want to make sure that when the day ends, you've gotten in your goal. You've hit your goal to hit the number of appointments you want to hit, and that can only happen if you take charge of the calendar and make sure that you're overbooked. You also, as the leader, if you're the leader of a base shop team, I don't care if you're not an RVP, if you're growing to RVP, you need to work with your people to show them this, because they don't think about it like that. The leader is in charge of continually growing that prospect list and keeping it fresh and exciting so people will make the calls. And then make the calls. Help the trainees make the calls. You be the one that knows how to get the excitement on the phone to set that appointment. Find the script that makes you excited, and there's plenty of stuff out there. But right now, follow this checklist of these 5 things to grow your business at a time when the company's growing rapidly. Become an RVP and build RVPs. That should be your goal.